There's a pain every human being knows. The pain of holding on to something that's slipping through your fingers. A relationship that ended, but you're still checking their Instagram. A job you lost, but you keep replaying what you should have said. Something from the past that doesn't exist anymore, but you insist on resurrecting it. Buddha called this Tanha, the Pali word for thirst. It's not wanting something. It's the compulsion to grip, to possess, to freeze what is, by nature, temporary. And here's the brutal revelation he had sitting under a tree for 49 days. You don't suffer because you lost something. You suffer because your mind is still trying to hold what's already gone. Try this right now. Close your fist. Now imagine keeping that fist clenched for hours, days, years. The pain doesn't come from the object you're holding. It comes from the act of holding. And we live like this, holding memories hostage, holding expectations of how people should be, holding the illusion that if we control everything, we won't feel afraid. Buddha reduced all human suffering to 4 truths. 4. First, you are suffering, even when you think you're not. Second, it's because you're gripping something. Third, you can stop. Fourth, here's how. But before we get to the how, you need to understand the strangest part. Buddha said the you that's trying to save yourself doesn't exist. He called it Anatta, no self. There is no fixed me holding on to things. There's only a process in constant flux. You're like a river. The water that flowed through yesterday is already gone, but you keep calling it the same river. When you understand this, not intellectually, but deeply, something shifts. You still feel love, but you stop trying to turn the person you love into a possession. You still have ambitions, but you stop thinking your identity depends on achieving them. You still feel sadness when something ends, but you stop treating endings as failures. Buddha didn't say, feel nothing. He said, observe the nature of what you're holding. Letting go isn't indifference. It's not whatever. It's the courage to love deeply, knowing everything is borrowed. It's the wisdom to build sandcastles on the beach, knowing the tide will rise, and building anyway. Because the meaning was never in making things last forever. The meaning is in being fully present while they last. But here's where it gets weird. If you desire to stop desiring, isn't that just another desire? If you try to meditate to achieve peace, but get frustrated when you can't, you've already lost the game. Buddha knew this. That's why he didn't say try harder. He said observe. Just observe the act of gripping. Not to judge, not to fix, just to see. And in pure observation, without judgment, the attachment begins to dissolve on its own, like fog when the sun rises. Now, let's be honest. Buddha meditated in a forest with no notifications. You live in a world where algorithms were designed to get you hooked on gripping. Every app on your phone is a dopamine casino. Every social platform is a stage where you perform versions of a self Buddha would say doesn't exist. Your culture sells you the idea that you are what you achieve, what you accumulate, what you control. Buddha would say, you are what you release. So no, you probably won't reach nirvana, but maybe, just maybe, you can let go, just a little. So today, try this. Identify one thing you're holding on to, a resentment, an expectation, an old version of who you used to be, and ask, what would happen if I let this go? Not to throw it away, but to let it be what it is, without adding the weight of your attachment. Because in the end, freedom doesn't come from having everything under control. It comes from trusting you'll be okay, even when you're not. And what if that void, shaped like urgency you feel, is just your hand clenched for so long that you forgot you can open it?